Hello. This is an introduction to just a few of the general features of the Sincpac C3D. These are a few of the little things that just help to make life better. And the first has to do with our object layer settings. And as you probably know, we can come in here into our drawing settings, and we can find our general note label and general segment label settings. And a lot of times this is set to something, some other tab, and it's a pain to get to. Um, and a lot of times we want to change that just because that controls what layer our general note and general line curve labels go on. And just to make that a little bit easier, we've got this up here in the Sincpac C3D tab. We've got this label layers command, which will pop up this little dialog box, which basically gives us the same thing. And we can select things easier here. It's a little bit faster access than that other. As another option, we could just use the general labels command here, and this command will let us pick an object in our drawing, and that will change both of those object layer settings to match that object I just picked. Similarly from this dialog here, I could click on this button here to go ahead and pick an object in the drawing. And as a note, this works the same as some of these other layer commands in that it attempts to get the correct layer for various Civil 3D objects. So here I've got actually a Kogo point, and because of my marker settings, it's got the label and the marker on different layers. And depending on which one I pick, you'll see I get a different selection here. See, so there's that marker is on that symbol layer. The label is on the point layer. And this is the same whenever I see a symbol like this in any Sincpac C3D command, it will behave in a similar fashion. And as another option here, you may notice that I've got this option to select these to change these when the current layer changes. And I've also got that if I go into my options tab. There's a Sincpac C3D tab in options. And I've got those same options here where I can turn these on. And now if I come up here and I change my current layer to a different layer, I go ahead and I look back at these settings, you can see it changed to match my current layer. As another setting in the options there, you may notice that I've got this option to automatically apply background masks. And not only that, I can also specify my default background mask size. So if I'm not happy with that default 1.5, I can actually set it to something else here. So now if I come in here and I actually create an mText entity, actually let me see what text style, I'm on a very good text style. Let's select this text style. I'll just go ahead and, oops, wrong command, and create an mText entity. And you see that that has that background mask automatically added. And if I've loaded the Sincpac CUI or CUIX file, it actually sets Control-T to toggle that background mask. So I can toggle the background masks by just selecting objects and hitting Control-T. Or if I don't have that loaded, up here on the Sincpac C3D tab, I've got that toggle background mask command too as well. It's right up in here. Or I can select some text. And I've got those options here as well. And these work for on mText and on mLeaders. And some of these commands also work on dimensions. The automatic background, the dimensions already have a feature kind of like that where you can set that dim T fill or whatever setting. If you turn that on, then they get background masks automatically as well. That's already built into AutoCAD. So these features add that similar capability to mText and mLeaders. And in addition to that, we've also got an option to rotate to match the DV twist here. And as you know, if I want to go ahead and just do a DV twist. So now I'm rotated to match this section over here. And if I were to come in here and manually create some mtext or mleader, of course it would be rotated like this to match my view. And that's kind of annoying. I could switch to paperspace viewport that was rotated this way, and create these items in the paperspace viewport, and they would be rotated the way that I want. But I may prefer to work in model space. So if I want to do that, then I can just go ahead and I can turn on this option to have mtext and mleaders and dimensions all rotate to match my view. So now when I create that text object, it's now rotated to match my view. And similarly, I've got the same thing with mleaders. Oops. Snap to something there, but yeah, my mleader is rotated to match my view. And that's just a few of the features that help make life just a little bit nicer with the Sincpac C3D.